fuck is going on now? No. What the fuck is...
Bro, what is going on? Is there like an opera out here?
I don't even know why I did that, bro.
Why you did what?
Start singing opera music type shit. It wasn't bad though, right?
It actually sounded like there was some opera shit going on.
Yeah, man.
I don't know what the fuck you were saying.
Alright, you ready to go? Hello and welcome to episode 8 of the Two Steps Forward Sneaker Podcast. Add that little sneaker part in there. It's not normal, but we'll do that. Today's episode, we're still dealing with a little bit of sort of like slow releases. So not a ton of releases to talk about, but that allows us a little bit more freedom to go into some other topics, more into the news and rumors, but also just more going on outside of sneakers as well. So today on the podcast, it's going to be me, Yaki Ibia, and I'm joined again with Nick. You guys remember him from a couple episodes back when we were here doing the same sort of shot that we're doing now. But so Nick, how you doing, man? How was your New Year?
It was good, man. It was good.
Yeah. What'd you do to bring in the New Year?
So I hung out with my girlfriend's family.
Word.
Some of her cousins.
Word,
and we
man.
played some games. It was
Cool.
a good time. It was
Cool,
a good
man.
way to bring in the new year.
Yeah. You
How
have
was
any?
yours?
It's just kept it solo, low key, just like chilled out, relaxed. Yeah.
True.
Yeah.
True.
I was trying to catch up on sleep a little bit. I'm a little bit behind doing some stuff.
That's not bad.
Yeah.
It's not a bad way to spend the new year.
Going into sort of some things we're going to be talking about today. So first, we'll just cover some releases that are coming in January. Things that not going to spend too much time on them, but so we've got the Black Hat 4s is one of them.
Yes, sir.
The reverse, he got Game 13s. Also the Chinese New Year 13s. And then the Yeshaya 350s.
Yeah.
These are like the 350s. I don't understand it. You know what I mean? Like,
Same, bro.
you've got these things that look exactly like Statics or Landmarks.
Bro, I bet you could name 5 pairs that look identical to
Yeah,
this.
like
I mean,
even-
I know you could.
Even if not in like silhouette, but like color.
The
Like
color,
it's just,
yeah.
It's, I don't understand like why is this shoe releasing? It
Do
doesn't
they
make
have
sense.
too much fabric at the Yeezy factory? Do we?
Yeah, it's true. But like, I guess one thing that I did see that is kind of interesting. They have some 350s that are going to be coming out to have a reflective stripe now.
I saw
Have you
that.
seen
I did
that?
see
Yeah.
that. Yeah, I didn't know if that was real or not. So that's real. Like
Yeah,
that's
I
a
think
thing.
I think that's real. Like, it is coming from some of the leaks, like the leak sources, and like you're never 100% sure
True.
with like how that's going to be. But yeah, so like, what do you actually think of those?
I mean, I'm kind of neutral on them because I think I'm kind of burnt out on 350s at this point.
Yeah,
So
it's like been done to death.
yeah, and it's kind of like
Is that me?
Is there
Yeah,
is
it's
the
me.
reflective
Okay.
stripe really gonna do anything for me? I don't know. It's
Yeah.
not moving me
Yeah.
to like want to cop another pair of 350s.
Yeah.
But I mean, they're trying something different.
I think it's just weird, man. It's just like, why? Just like
Yeah.
design something else, especially like as they have, and we'll actually talk about this a little bit, but as they have like other silhouettes now that they're coming out with, you know, they've got the 700 V3, they've got the 380. Like, why?
Yeah. Why are they going back to this, right?
Exactly. Like,
And
it's
like
just
my question is, so are the ones with the reflective stripes are those going to be the reflective ones of the like that model? Like, so are those going to be the ones that go for like 1,000? Is basically what I'm asking.
Probably not. I would say that like the reflective. Oh, you mean like are they gonna have a new color?
Or is that like the new reflective version of the shoe?
The one that I've seen so far was like a sage, like the sage green ones that have like orange on them a little bit.
I think that's
like
the one I
those,
saw
Those
too.
had the reflective stripe. So
Yeah,
I don't.
the orange
I don't
rings
know.
a bell.
I don't think those would have 2 versions just because the colors vary. But you know, you never know.
Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, that's like some of the stuff happening in January in terms of releases, but there isn't like a ton really big things going on in terms of that. Even those like those Chinese New Year 13s, they look pretty interesting.
Mm-hmm.
Like what you were saying was they sort of give you vibes of it being like a clot.
Yeah.
Yeah, clot release.
It definitely has those vibes. Like I feel like that pattern. I'm not sure what that. I know what that pattern is. It's like that like square with a circle inside type of pattern.
Yeah.
I feel like I've seen that on like the tearaway clots and
Yeah,
stuff. So
definitely.
very reminiscent of that.
Absolutely.
So I mean, obviously, it's along with the Oriental theme because I feel like we touched on that a little bit. How Ed Chen is like he's Chinese, and so he has that Oriental theme. So
Yeah.
Chinese New Year makes perfect sense for them to have that theme.
Yeah, absolutely. Okay, so let's get into some rumors and just news generally. A few things happening throughout sneakers right now. So one was some news. Well, I won't really say news, but like some stipulations, changes made by Nike. So it was where Nike retailers are no longer allowed to ship pairs internationally for like purchases made. Yeah. So like, what do you think about that? Like, how do you think it's gonna impact? I guess do you buy stuff internationally?
I have.
Not really?
I mean, I have before.
Okay.
Maybe not recently.
Yeah.
But I have. In the past, one purchase comes to mind is like I bought these old C&K SB dunks.
Okay.
From
I remember those. Those are the black and green.
Yeah,
with the
like
white.
a little. Like
those things are super limited. You actually had those?
Yeah, I had
you
those.
You got those
man.
at retail?
I got those at retail. It's actually a crazy story.
You don't have them anymore, I'm assuming.
I don't,
right?
man. I wish I did. I got them retail, right?
Grip.
And then what happened was it shipped from Germany.
Yeah.
And they lost the tracking number. So they thought the package was lost. They refunded my money. One day after they refunded my money, I received the shoe. So I got the shoes for free, actually. And me and Reggie had just talked about that this morning, too. Because I showed him a pair of C&Ks going on eBay for like $500. And I was like, bro, like,
wow.
like these are going for a lot now.
Yeah,
man.
Last sale, size 10, $637 on StockX.
Sheesh. Yep, those are the ones, man. Those are clean. Reggie actually said he had a pair of these too.
Yo, both had a pair of these.
Yeah, man.
Didn't fakes like run rampant for a time before these released, or maybe was it after they released?
I'm not sure. I can't say for sure.
But I remember seeing tons of fakes of these.
Bro,
like
these are clean. Yeah, man. It's a clean pair.
Man. Dope. So like stuff like that you wouldn't be able to do anymore.
Yeah, man.
And like I would say like a recent story for me is like I copped the Colin Kaepernick Air Force Ones from Soulbox like maybe like a week and a half ago. Like I just got them a couple days ago, but that one, like I missed out on the US release. Like I just slept on them completely. Like didn't think there'd be any resale value in them.
Yeah,
so just left them alone. And so being able to go like after the fact and cop on a European release like pretty easily, like that's gone for all Nike. Like Soulbox was a site that like I was even my 350 blacks right there that I wore today. Like I was able to get those from Soulbox, even though like I'm still gonna be able to do Adidas obviously because it's only a Nike. But like it definitely changes that ability. Even like for people that are more into the resale game, like super into it, and they're like running bots on European sites and stuff. Like they won't be able to even have that pair shipped, or unless they use like. Have you ever seen anything about like the reshipping services that you can use?
Nah.
But like essentially, it's like a company that's set up that has an address in another country.
Okay.
So, but you can use them as like a middleman to like. So, like for example, on a European only release for a pair of shoes. It's a lot extra. Like you add a lot of money, so it's only worth it for like super limited stuff, super hype stuff.
Yeah, that makes sense.
But yeah, you can use them to essentially reship the item that they get to you in your country.
Okay, so it's like, so the company thinks they're shipping it locally, but really, okay, gotcha.
Yeah, exactly.
Makes sense. That's a good business model, actually.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How do you think? How do you think the? How do you think the like everyday people are affected by this happening in terms of like Nike not? Because like I think the overall thing that they're trying to do is just like make it so that they control more of the stock. I think it'll probably pump up numbers on like sneakers. And just like in Nike stores around the country. Yeah. Do you think any of that could like trickle down to like us having a better chance on sneakers or on Nike releases in general?
I mean, that's tough, right? Like that's a great question because I was gonna ask you the question, like, why do you think they're doing this? I guess you kind of answered that in a way. I mean, but I'm kind of having a hard time seeing how it would help them drive up sales. I think. I was going to say my initial reaction is that it might make it harder for us everyday people to try and get shoes.
You think
because
so?
Now that, like you said, people who live in the U.S. now, like their bots are not going to be able to order things from overseas anymore. And they're going to be more concentrated on all the U.S. sites and all the U.S. resources. So I feel like now that the border is kind of closed, so to speak, in terms of Nike.
Oh, you think it'll be like overload?
I feel like maybe it's going to be oversaturated with bots just trying to get on all the US servers. But I also don't know, I mean, I don't know where they're trying to go with this. Like, I don't know what their overall bigger purpose of just trying to ship in countries where you live. I'm not sure, but I think it kind of limits the amount of shoes floating out there because, there's a lot of people I'm sure that live here that are running bots for a bunch of these overseas international sites, and they're getting tons of product that way.
Yeah.
So I don't know.
Yeah. Because, I mean, like, you definitely see, like, even on releases that, so, like, I would say, like, it's a little bit, I don't want to say it's more limiting for the U.S., but definitely, like, the U.S. and is, like, way doing this more. I would say, like, in Europe, there's definitely, like, a community of people that are, like, very into sneaker botting and sneaker resale and stuff. But this is definitely a thing that I would say is U.S. I don't want to say specific,
like more prominent here.
Yeah, a little bit, not like significantly, but I say all that to say, like, for example, when like the clots release on like Dover Street Market, like in Japan, those things are available for a period of time.
Really?
Like,
so they didn't just fly?
Yeah, if you lived in Japan and you like were in the place to be able to actually cop them, like you can cop them from there because like they're on the site. You can see them like on the site and stuff. And maybe it's just different servers and like it looks like it's available and it's not, because like if I try to cop it doesn't even let me into the site. But like looking at the monitors like in the code group, like you can see the sizes that are available as stuff sells out, and a lot of times you see the sizes just being listed over and over and over.
That's really interesting, man. Yeah. And I wonder if maybe there's a combination of, they have a different type of taste over there, maybe. Like I'm wondering if maybe there's a certain type of like different hype over there for that shoe, so it's not as hype.
Yeah,
maybe that plays a role into it. I'm not sure. I mean, obviously it's hard to say, but
and like I was gonna say something, but I don't know. It's not really
true.
Yeah.
No, but I mean that's an interesting thought. Like how often people use bots outside. I mean, like what the numbers, the ratios are. But like you said, you think it's like the majority are in the U.S. that are botting.
I think it's U.S. and Europe. Like Europe is definitely, there's still a big community, especially because like a lot of they like run on different sort of infrastructures. This is actually what I was going to talk about. They sort of run on different infrastructures where, like the U.S. sites don't necessarily use the same, whether it's like store providers or like Shopify versus like something that's running on, it's called Mesh, but it's like the foot sites over in Europe, like JD Sports and stuff, like in size and stuff like that. That essentially they run on different sort of systems. Yeah. So there definitely is a Europe community as well, though. So like I don't want to make it sound like there isn't.
True.
But obviously I'm more connected to the U.S. one, so that's sort of the perspective I have.
Yeah.
But so let's move on from that.
For sure.
We got more information about the Travis Scott 6s.
Yeah.
So it's funny, right? Because like the hype builds for this type of stuff. And it's really just hype. Like
that's all it is.
So like how do you feel about that? Because like we've been seeing all this information about this shoe, right?
Yeah.
We first thought that it was real, right? And then people were like, no, it's not happening. Yep. And then I don't even know what started the hype back up this time, because I'm pretty sure someone like maybe a month ago or 2 months ago like put out something that said that they weren't releasing, which like calmed the hype down a little bit.
I don't know, because did that come? So that little with that time period you're talking about, did that come after the initial like picture of Offset wearing them? So like,
I think,
was it like the news went up and down? Like, okay, was the timeline like they Offset? He was a picture, and then did they say, "Oh, these are coming out"? And then it was like, no, actually, they're not.
So like it was like, yeah, exactly. That's exactly how it happened. But like it wasn't anything official. It was just like from rumors.
Yeah.
But like that was earlier. So they said they wasn't coming out. But then again, like recently in the last like 2-3 days, I don't know what has picked it back up. But for some reason, like the rumors just like started snowballing.
All of a sudden, you start seeing March 2020.
Yeah, March 2020. You see more pictures even.
Yeah.
And then Jordan Brand comes out and says that it's not actually happening. So it's like
Brand said nope.
But their statement did say they're not releasing in March, I'm pretty sure is what they said. So like it could be something that's coming at some point later. It does look like the shoe is like actually exists in the wild. You know what I mean? Even if it's friends and family only, like it's still something that
it's there
that exists. Yeah.
Which there was a time, and you know this, like this is something we talked about, me, you, and Reggie, where the first pictures leaked, and I was convinced because I mean, Travis 6 is a pair that I hit on, so I had in hand.
Yeah.
And when I saw the first leaked images of these mustard yellow 6s, I was like, oh nah, like this is the olive 6s in a weird lighting, like for sure. Like people are tripping, like no way that there's like they're making a yellow color. I was just thinking, why, you know? Why would they make a yellow pair of 6s? Like, I mean, I don't know.
Trav wants them.
Yeah,
Travis
I mean,
for the
I feel
people.
that. And now, obviously, it's proven that they exist. Offset's wearing them.
Yeah.
You know, there's all these rumors swirling around, but that's the thing I don't like, man. Like, I don't like just these rumors. Like, I wish there was no information, quote unquote, leaked. And I say quote unquote because, like, this was a leak, but it's not even real information. So can we even qualify it as a leak? It's not a leak if it's not real, right?
It's still a
right.
It's more
if there's no truth to it, there's
fake
information. Leak, you know. So it's like I wish there was no information leaked until we had confirmed release dates from Nike, from someone who could. I don't know. You know. I mean, obviously, I feel like when official release dates come out, that has to trickle from somewhere, right?
Yeah.
Like I don't think it comes. I feel like the first confirmed release dates probably seldom come directly from the company. It's someone who knows of it, and then like the actual announcement comes later.
You mean like in terms of how you find out about it?
I mean, I guess like the community as a whole. Like, let's say like the very first person who's not a Nike employee who knows. How do they know?
The very first
someone
person
had to tell them.
I mean, so generally, but it's just people passing information. Like all these pages, like pirates and
like I say,
people.
you worked at Nike and we were boys. Like you'd probably tell me like, yo, yeah, these Trav 6s are dropping. You know, I feel like that's how some stuff gets leaked.
Yeah, you figure it's probably people that are just in the network.
Yeah.
They're either paying for information or they just know someone inside that has that information. Yeah, for sure. That's definitely how it's gone.
But I mean, I guess it has to come from reputable sources that it like continually comes from, because like, I mean, there's like countless Instagram pages now who they just put up mock-ups and release dates that are just like pure fiction. You know?
Oh yeah, just to drum up interest in their page.
Yeah,
I mean,
exactly.
It's also just like putting out content to keep people that are interested into the like in the stuff. Like I definitely don't like seeing the mock-ups, especially when they don't like make them like a page that puts out leaks frequently and release information and then just puts up a mock-up and doesn't say it's a mock-up.
Yeah,
and it's like everyone's gonna assume it's a brand new colorway of a shoe.
It's like almost like maybe a less aggressive version of like clickbait, when you just put up like a picture of a shoe that you have no real info on, and then like people click on the post, and then it's like mock up, like when do you think these should release, like would you cop? It's like, bro, like you don't have any, you know, like there's nothing. I mean,
it's like there's like no information behind it. It's kind of whack.
Yeah, but I understand like your point of like people needing content, so it kind of just is what it is. But yeah, I mean, I don't know. I think it's funny that Jordan Brand came out. It's just like, nah. Like, these are not,
I wonder where that statement was posted, because like obviously we saw it on Sneakerbardetroit.
Yeah,
it's like where we got the information from, but I didn't see it anywhere on social media. Like if they tweeted at him or they like added him like in the comments, just like responded. That would be hilarious.
I wonder
that's how they did it.
Why they chose to make a statement about these also, because I feel like there's been plenty of rumors about like, oh, is there going to be a Chicago Travis 1? Is there going to be this? Is there going to be that? Maybe there's some truth to what you said. Like maybe they are releasing, just not in March. You know, so
I mean, but I feel like has there ever been a situation where they've been like photos of a shoe, you know what I mean, like this specific, and then like people are giving release dates coming out like very, very soon?
That's a good point, because the only other ones that I've thought of are the purple Friends and Family Travis 4s.
Okay. Oh,
and there's like real. I mean, those are out there for sure. And like, I mean, people speculated, and Nike never addressed this. That's why I'm just wondering why they chose to address this shoe, other than
true,
all the other shoes that there's been rumors about.
I wonder if it's like something. It's like different at Jordan Brand, the way they have a different management or something. I don't know, but. Let's move on to next. So we now have clear photos of the Travis Scott SB Dunk.
Yes, we
do.
He
wore him at like a recent Rockets game.
He did. I think it was last night.
Oh, last night. Nice.
Yeah.
So clear photos of that now. It's like a bandana, sort of pattern on the outer. This tearaway.
Yep.
So that's really cool. I think the pattern underneath looks way better than the bandana pattern. Personally,
it's the elephant print.
It's elephant print.
Yeah, it's
Okay,
elephant
yeah.
slash cement print. So think of like black cement threes.
It looks like way spaced out though compared to like the elephant print on cement threes.
Yeah.
Like it's not as like tightly.
Like you're talking about like the black lines and stuff.
Yeah, like the lines are a lot less. And are the lines black on the Travis Scotts? They look like a different color.
I think they are. I think they're black.
Okay. I don't know. I think they're a different color, man.
Let me pull up the picture that I sent. But yeah.
But so
the
like
clearest look we've gotten.
Yeah. Like do you like those?
Actually, no. I mean, look, the cement's actually pretty close together. Look at that. So, but you're right. It's not black. It's gray.
Okay, it's gray.
Yeah.
You like them though? What do you think?
I'm kind of like cold on these. I wouldn't wear them.
You wouldn't wear them?
I wouldn't wear them.
What do you dislike about them then?
So I think just initially, even without it torn off, I'm obviously, like you said, I'm not a fan of the bandana pattern.
Okay.
So that's first off the bat. Like I wouldn't do that. The plaid kind of throws me off a little bit too in the middle. So it's just, I mean, I see kind of the inspiration from his Air Force One. Like I can kind of see it, because it's kind of just like a hodgepodge of patterns just to kind of thrown together and materials and stuff like that. So that part of it I think is cool. Me and Reggie touched on this last night too, and like obviously this is confirmed in SB. Like you can see the fat tongue, but even as a fat tongue shoe, it doesn't look like a real thick one. I mean, these are obviously like early images, and we have yet to see it. But it's like it doesn't seem as padded as other ones have been. Like if you look at this top-down view of the shoe, if you scroll down, it just looks kind of like flimsy. Like it's not like super padded.
Yeah.
But I mean, I'm nitpicking.
It might just also be the material that's on the tongue.
Yeah, it's like it almost looks like a canvasy, like crumply material.
Yeah, I think it might be the material on the tongue for real.
Yeah,
because it looks like very similar to SBs I remember having.
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
What do you think about these?
I like them, man.
You rocking these?
I don't think I would, just because probably price point is going to be past what I want to put on my feet.
Like if you hit retail, like say you hit on sneakers, you reselling these? Or are you thinking about?
It depends on what, like if they're below 5, I might keep.
True.
But if they're above 5, those things are gone. I don't like them enough to. I say maybe below 4 for real. Like I don't, and they're gonna be in my size. They're gonna be probably about 5 minimum.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean it's a SB Dunk. So.
Yeah, SB Dunk, Travis Scott. Like it's not gonna be
these
cheap.
These are gonna fly, man.
So I hope I hit them though. That would be dope.
Yeah, it would be dope.
And like if resale was only like $200-$300 somehow, like that would be dope. I'd definitely rock them.
That would be impossible.
I would instantly tear away all of the
bandana.
All of the bandana. Maybe leave some on the back, like where the heel area is.
Yeah.
Or not heel area, but like the side that like leads into the heel. Like maybe leave some there.
True.
But I like the elephant print, especially around the toe and like all throughout the shoe. Like it the way he had them in the video looked really, really dope. So yeah, I'll probably do similar to that.
And that box looks crazy too.
Yeah,
it's like a rainbow box.
True. Yeah, that box looks super dope.
Yeah, I was saying to you earlier, it like reminds me of the eBay
Dunks.
SB Dunk.
Yeah, man, those things are.
Those are like I think there's only like 5 pairs.
I think there's only 2.
2.
I think one was auctioned off, and then I think the person who won it like immediately cut it into multiple pieces.
I saw that picture.
And then there's another one that I don't remember how the other one, or it might have been one was auctioned off and then one was cut into pieces by eBay. I think there was an auction for charity. Yeah, I don't remember exactly, but there's only a couple of pairs, and one of them is chopped into 1 million pieces. Well, not 1 million, but like 5 or 4. But okay, so moving on to the next shoe here that we have for some rumors. Looks like some photos coming out of the 700 V3, a new colorway. So those Azales that dropped in December.
Yep.
We've got a black colorway coming now.
Yeah, I saw those. Yeah, I saw those. Yep.
What do you think about those?
Oh man, I think I like them
because like I feel like you haven't really been picking up Yeezys recently, but like do you still like Yeezys? Like would you still rock with them?
I mean,
like the new models coming out. Like how do you feel about the V3?
I like them. Like
okay.
I do. I think they're cool.
Okay.
The last Yeezys I got were the mauves, the 700s, and I mean I like those. Just some my foot was messed up. It's a long story, but yeah, no, I like the black pair that's coming out. These V3s. I like them as much, maybe more than the white pair. Like I like darker shoes. My clothes are usually black. Like my outfits are usually black, so black shoes just go with like my outfits better.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, I'm a fan
Just
of them.
No color.
Yeah, man, no color. But yeah, I would rock them. What are you thinking?
Yeah. I like them. I mean, black Yeezy, it's easy. You know, I didn't even mean to rhyme bars,
Black
but black
Yeezys
Yeezy, it's
are
easy. Bleak Beezy, buying the first and last. Never mind. I'm just talking. So yeah. I mean, those should be cool. We'll see. We'll see if the stock is any higher than the Azales release. Hopefully, there's a restock of the Azales as well. But like, it would be nice to be able to get hands on a shoe that you actually want, especially with that retail not being as high. Again, at I think 180 or 200, whatever this past release was. So definitely looking forward to those. Some more information coming. There's gonna be an extension of the Adidas Prada collab.
Okay.
So like, did you see the stuff about the first collab?
What do you mean?
The Adidas
I saw
Prada
stuff.
collab.
Yeah, I saw.
I just mean like what were your thoughts on that? Like, how'd you feel about them collabing together, and like how do you feel about this new one? Looks like it's gonna be 3 colorways coming.
Is it anything different other than the colorways?
Nah, I mean, I haven't seen any news about a bag being released alongside like they did last time.
Okay.
But yeah, nah, I think it's just gonna be a white colorway, just based on how like they actually list the colors. It should be a white with like black accents, probably the Adidas logo on the side as well as like the back heel. There's gonna be an all black one. It'll probably have white accents, I'm assuming, but it might just be straight all black.
I see the
too.
white with the black accents.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then there should be an all silver one. And again, that might be all silver. It might be like silver with white, silver with black. But I don't know, man. Like, the price point for a pair of Superstars, 450, 460, something like that. Like,
yeah. So yeah, I think you're right. These 3 that are coming out do not come with the bag, obviously, because 450 you're not getting a Prada bag with that. Yeah, no. So it's because the other one was 3,100.
That was the retail for the other one?
For the bag and it was the bundle, the Prada Adidas Superstar and bag bundle.
Wow.
It just released exactly 1 month ago, December 4th.
Wow. Okay. So so that's something to look forward to coming up. I guess if you're really into quality leather on
I feel like that's very niche, right? I feel like if you're someone who loves Prada bags and you're someone who loves Adidas, like I'm sure there's like a small cross section of people.
I mean,
right?
There's definitely probably some people in European cities that are into that, and like there's definitely gonna be a market for it, but it's not something that the average everyday sneaker enthusiast, sneakerhead, whatever you want to call the community of people, they're not gonna be interested in a day to day,
No, man, that's just that's just too high a point of entry, the price point, Yeah. $450 for a pair of Superstars is insane.
Yeah. I also think it's like a lot of people are saying like the shoes aren't anything in terms of design. Yeah. Like they're not touching on anything. But like I also feel like it's like clean and simple, like how something that Prada collabed with should be. Like it shouldn't be some.
No, I mean I see
like
both
really
sides. I agree with your point too, because it's like it's not about the design with this collab. It's about like the materials used.
Yeah.
It's like the luxurious Italian leather, whatever it is, So that's like what they're boasting. They're boasting that these shoes, we use the same leather that we make our handbags with.
Handbags.
And we're making these shoes.
And the bags for the most part aren't like overly like patterned and stuff. It's just like clean, simple, it's about the logo, it's about the branding.
So I see it. I see it. Like, if you're a fan of Prada, I guess go for it. But I guess if you're a fan of Prada, you probably have money as it is, right? You can't be
you're not worried about the price of the shoes. Plus 450. I mean,
it's like a collector's item.
I'm not even gonna say like that, but like it could be. That depends on how you feel about stuff. But it's not even that high of an entry point for sneakers. Like, people are buying sneakers for more expensive than that. It's just whether
I guess
Adidas
retail
Superstar,
price point is pretty expensive. I should say. But 450.
But I mean, even like think like 4D sneakers. I don't. There's some cheaper models now, but a lot of those retail at 350.
True,
is a starting point. Yeah, a lot of those retail at 350. You got the 700s are retailing at 300. Even the what were those, like almost like UGG looking Yeezys? I don't remember what number those are.
What the UGG looking one?
750s.
Okay.
Yeah, those those even retail at $350. So you know what I mean? Like it's not so high above like luxury sneakers that it's unaffordable.
Yeah.
But, yeah.
True. Yeah.
Word, man. So what do you think about the next one?
What's the next one? The Yeezy 380 Mist. Actually, no, it's the Sacai's, right?
We can go to Mist. Stay with Yeezy talk we were just doing.
True, yeah. Just stay with the Yeezys. Yeah, I mean, I first saw these on Instagram where it was like someone was taking pre-orders on like fake pairs.
Really?
Yeah, and so I was like, so this must be the next colorway coming out.
Huh.
That's where I first
Yeah, because
that's
what happens a lot is like the plans for the stuff gets leaked like through against these guys like pirates and people that are able to like have access to that stuff. They get the plans or they get an actual physical pair or the materials for a real pair.
Yeah.
And they make fakes off of that. So yeah.
Yeah. I mean,
he's like, that's gonna be the next colorway.
Yeah, I imagine it's probably not that tough to get your hands on the materials, especially when everything's going on overseas. Like it's hard, you know.
Yeah.
I feel like
hard to regulate that.
Oversight's pretty hard. Yeah, but for everyone wondering how I knew that they were fake. They were taking pre-orders for like $100.
Yeah,
like, you know, I mean,
if you have an early pair, was it like a fully built pair?
It was a fully built pair, and then there was like you could see the material that was being ready to go into like the machinery.
Gotcha.
So it was like a flattened out pair essentially. Yeah. So
interesting.
Yeah. So they just had them ready to go, and I was like, oh, so and I want to say they have a reflective version of this. Because that's what the picture was. The fakes, they already had the reflectives, like, you know. So
there might not actually be a reflective releasing, but that's funny because I feel like the first Alien I saw reflective pairs as well.
Really?
But yeah, they're probably just fake pairs that are on Instagram, man. It's funny. It's funny how that like same information that was like previously we saw it on like the forums and stuff, like or even like where would fakes pop up? Because it wasn't even really like the forums. It was like all those like fake sites, right?
Yeah.
Because I feel like fakes would generally not, people would know that they were fake on the forums.
There was like those fake. I mean, I know Cool Kicks is like a consignment like business right now, but I feel like there was like a website back in the day like Cool Kicks with a Z or like Nice Kicks with a Z.
Nice Kicks came up on fakes. Like that's how Nice Kicks came
up
real,
originally. Right? Like I'm not just making that up. Okay.
Nice Kicks used to post a bunch of fake shoes for sale and news about fake shoes. Absolutely.
Okay. All right, yeah.
So in case you guys didn't know that, for real, like Nice Kicks used to post fake shit.
Like they used to have like Louis Vuitton, like Jordan 11s, like stuff like you know, it was just like the craziest stuff you could see.
I remember people in like high school and stuff would have.
Yeah, and I knew a kid who had Louis Vuitton Air Forces in like 8th grade. I'm like, okay, these aren't real.
All those crazy Air Forces with like Gucci print and
it had everything like SpongeBob on them,
SpongeBob, all kinds of stuff like that, Timberlands and stuff, man.
Yeah, the face.
Yeah, but so like these Mists again, like it's a 380. The Alien colorway I think was a little bit like better, a little bit cleaner. This Mist has a little bit more going on, but still one that like I'd be interested in having just because it's a new silhouette. You know what I mean? It's something different.
You know what vibes these are giving me for this silhouette? Like, these are giving me like Beluga 1.0 vibes.
Really?
Yeah, a little bit. Because you see like the little orange accents, like for the 350 V2s, you know, like the ones you had. So these are like giving me those kind of like, I don't know if they're trying to go that way.
I don't see it. I mean, just a darker gray? But it almost looks like a blue.
Oh, look at the bottom. Look at the reflective. Go all the way down.
Oh, I do see a reflective. So there's a reflective repair releasing. I don't know. I don't really see the Beluga because it almost looks like a dark blue gray and not like a
like that deep gray.
Yeah,
true.
A lot
I'm just thinking like the gray with the little slight orange.
Does that look orange? It almost looks more like a tan to me, like a tannish.
Yeah. That could almost be like peachy too.
I see a little bit orange in the front. Looks like more under the lace thing, but yeah. Okay, so there's a reflective pair, so that's cool.
Yep.
It's from the same guy though, man. I don't know.
Question for you though: where are you at as far as paying resale for Yeezys, bro?
Nah, I don't do it.
You don't do it? Only for a pair that you like. Let's say what's the pair that you don't have right now that you really want?
I don't have any pair of Yeezys that I want so much to pay resale for.
No, Azales, nothing?
Nah. The Azales, no. The only way I pay resale for the Azales is if resale was like $400 maybe.
True.
But Yeezys, that's the thing now. Like retail, I'll try to cop. I'm not paying resale for any Yeezys anymore unless it's close to retail, just because it's not worth it. Like there's gonna be more coming out. They're probably gonna restock in the future at some point. You know, like you know all those things. Plus, it's like, man, like how many Yeezys can you actually own and wear You know what I mean? Like
you don't need that many.
They all look so similar. No, I won't say they all look so similar.
I mean, other than the stripes, the same thing.
Yeah, like you get fatigued on it a little bit. So like I'm definitely drifting back towards Nike. I say that, and I wore Adidas today, and I wore Yeezy today, but I definitely want to, like, in 2020, not necessarily saying I'm gonna be buying more Nike than Adidas, but I'm definitely gonna be like trying to, like, for example, I want to try to get like some more Jordan 1s. I think like it's they've been pumping them anyway, right? And so like I would love to get like a pair of turbo greens.
I was just telling Reggie, because I was listening to the last week's episode, and you were saying how that was on your list.
Yeah,
I was like, yo, Yaki should cop some turbo greens because they're pretty obtainable right now. They are,
but it's just like, do I want to pay $250, $260 for?
I saw them for like $220 your size.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
Take a peek.
Yeah, maybe grab a pair of those. One of my coworkers was actually wearing a pair on Friday at work.
The turbos?
Yeah, the turbos. I was like, man, those things look.
I saw him
on
feet at Fair Oaks on an Apple employee.
Nice.
And I was like,
Apple
okay, he had like the dual laces going and everything.
Stay with sneakers on.
I was like, all right,
word.
They look clean.
Word, man. Okay, so let's also talk about looks like Sacai is doing, so we've previously talked about on previous episodes about how they're gonna have a Nike Sacai collab on a different model, like on a running shoe like the Pegasus something.
True.
But it looks like for that waffle, the Sacai waffle, there's gonna be 2 more colorways releasing in February. Black with like all black at the top, like just monochrome, but then like an all white sole. And then there's gonna be another one that's just all white, just like straight monochromatic all white.
Yep, I did see those.
Yeah,
I think it's dope. Like I like that model. And I think it's cool that they keep releasing them. Like, what is this, the 3rd release?
This is the 3rd release. Yeah. So it's getting 7 shoes total now, I think.
Yeah, even though they've always been a limited run.
Yeah.
But I think it's cool that they've been like multiple releases, so it gives people more of a chance to get them. You know?
Yeah, I don't know, man.
You don't know.
I'm over. I won't say I'm over them, but like they're also changing the material. So
really?
Like the upper is, so like, you know, previously it was like the mesh.
Yep.
It's not mesh anymore. It's like nylon.
Interesting.
Yeah, it's like nylon, like one stitch, like material, like fully same material in the entire upper.
Interesting.
Unless I'm looking at this wrong and I'm just tripping. Let me take a look at these pictures. Yeah, it's like a nylon. It's not. Is that mesh?
Oh, nah. Yeah, you're right. It's like a nylon, kind of like. Yeah, I don't even know how to describe that.
Yeah,
like
so
windbreaker material or something.
Yeah, so I mean, it just, I don't know. It's a completely different take on it.
Yeah.
So I don't know if I'm feeling these for real. Like, the suede looks cool. Yeah, it's completely different materials because like the backing on the other pair is leather.
True.
So it's different materials, which I guess it's cool to see. It is cool to see that, since they're going to keep releasing the same shoe in different colors, like changing materials up. That's fine, but I don't know, man. Like, I feel like something like this, again, like I was saying this to Reggie last episode, but it needs to be limited. It needs to have some specialty to it.
I don't know.
And if you keep,
I don't think
disagree?
I agree with that. Yeah.
So why do you disagree with that?
I mean, well, let me kind of preface it by asking you, like, why do you think it should be limited?
Because it's something so special and beautiful. Like, it's one of the best takes at like a collaboration in terms of like design and like making something new that's interesting.
That's the very reason why I think there should be a lot of them, because it's a great, beautiful design. I feel like a lot of people should have it. You know, I feel a lot of people should be able to enjoy it, especially since it's brand new. You know, it's like the Jordan 11, man. Like, Jordan brand knows that everyone loves it. He's just gonna say, "Here's 2 million bread 11s." But yeah, no, I think there should be. I mean, I think there should be as many Sacai's as people want them to be. You know, that's how I feel about all these shoes, man.
So like, if they take this and they release this in a red, white, and orange, and a blue and yellow, and a blue and green,
I don't know if they should, like,
blue and white. Like,
I don't know if they should oversaturate us with designs or colors. But let's say, like, if this new release, these 2 pairs, if they released 1 million pairs each, I'm not mad at that at all.
So you're saying higher quantity of the releases that they do?
Yeah, I'm not saying they should pump out more of them, but like when they do,
I mean, they're not going to do that.
Make it so that we can all have it, you know.
But they're not going to do that, because that would be the opposite. Like, that would be like killing the hype for the shoe. Like, I think the color.
No, I mean, I hear you.
Yeah.
I mean, because that's how they build hype for shoes these days. Is they trickle out these release numbers and like these quantities, and people are like, oh man, like these are limited. That's where hype comes from,
Yeah,
but I come from like that thought of like, man, if it's amazing, let's all experience it, right? But I digress.
So the laces are even different. It's like these like
does that look like a silky?
Yeah, interesting. So they're really taking
material.
like a very like different twist on these, man. The more I look at them, the less I like them, for real.
Really?
Though. These look more I don't want to say artistic than the last pair.
Yeah.
But I think the materials just make them stand out a little bit more. So I like the release of them. So I like how different they are from the other ones now looking at them, because my issue is that I don't want them to pump out just like different colors of the same shoe. So them changing up the materials I like, but the way they look I do not like.
True.
But I'm sure they'll still resell very well, and so for that reason I'll still be going for them.
Yes, sir. Do we have a release date?
Not yet. I think it's just saying February 2020 right now.
Okay, so that's still pretty soon.
Yeah, still definitely coming up soon. But again, like it's that slow time of year where there's not a ton sneaker news happening.
True.
All right, so let's get into some stuff a little bit outside of sneakers. So we'll talk NFL playoffs a little bit.
Let's do it.
So the wild card NFL week is this week right now.
Yes, sir.
So there's games on Saturday and Sunday. It's currently Saturday when we're recording this. So
there's a game this afternoon around 4:15, and there's a night game. Like 8:30 or something like that?
So like just go through and talk about the games that are today. Like let's give some information.
Yes, sir. So the early game, Patriots versus Titans. Patriots 3 seed, Titans 6 seed.
Okay.
And Patriots are probably bitter that they're even in this game.
Yeah. Do you happen to know what the line is on the Patriots?
It's Patriots -4.5.
-4.5. Okay.
So that means I would expect it to be more, right? Like you think about the Patriots playoff pedigree, and this is the Titans. You know? But I'm thinking that I think Vegas thinks that this is the year that the Patriots finally fall off, and I don't really blame them. The Titans have been pretty hot, and the Patriots. So they started out 8-0, and they finished the season 4-4.
Gotcha.
And then that last game. So last week they would have had a bye week this week.
Yeah.
But then they messed around and lost to the Dolphins.
Yeah. But the Dolphins always give but like even like. It's something about it, man. Just
it's the division rivalry.
Division rivalry. Yeah, there's always something about that. Like there's teams. The Dolphins always have given the Patriots trouble. Like always. Yeah.
I hear you. That was a trap game.
Wait, was that game in Miami?
It was.
Yeah, maybe some people went out and Miami got to them.
At least I think it was. I'm not 100% sure, but either way, right? It would be even worse if it was in Foxborough. Yeah. Man. But yeah, man. So
Patriots Titans. So Pats should win that game, right?
Yeah.
But they could lose that game.
They could lose that game because Tennessee. They've been playing hot. Like Ryan Tannehill, they put him in mid-season, and he's just been like on a crazy tear.
Ryan Tannehill
recycled. And Derrick Henry actually just rushed for like 220 yards his last game. Wow. So he's like, Like they're kind of primed right now. They're in a good position. Mm-hmm. Patriots are kind of reeling a little bit. So I'll be excited to see who wins this game.
Yeah.
Who do you think is going to win? You're a Patriots fan.
Yeah, I'm a Patriots fan. I'll say like I watch less football than I have in the past. I just keep up with it mainly through like sports podcasts and stuff like that. It's like how I stay relevant with it. Yeah. But I'm hoping the Patriots win. I think they'll still win this game just because like the Titans, you have teams that just don't have the pedigree and they always mess up in situations. Yeah. So I think the Patriots will be able to pull through.
Yeah. I think they should, but I'm not like if you ask me to pick right now, like we're doing pick 'em.
So like who are the top 2 seeds in the AFC?
It's gonna be the Chiefs and the Ravens.
Oh yeah, true. Yeah,
Lamar
both those teams have been very good.
Big trusts.
Yeah.
Ravens are crazy, bro. Yeah. Lamar Jackson has been like a revelation.
Yeah, man.
To say he's the new Mike Vick might not even be doing him justice because he's already like done things that Vick never even did.
Do you feel that like? Because I remember I don't remember what GM it was. Was it Bill Polian maybe? I don't remember who it was, but there was some NFL GM or like draft guy that was saying that he shouldn't be a quarterback. He should be a wide receiver when he was coming in the NFL.
Yeah.
Like that's that trash stuff. But like he's not really throwing the ball. Is he? Like is he throwing the ball?
Well, let's put it this way.
I haven't really watched much of him.
He had a game where he was playing against me in fantasy. He had 5 touchdowns.
Oh, I thought
and less than 200 yards.
Throwing?
So he's like he's throwing it.
He had 5 passing touchdowns?
Yes.
Wow.
So it's like he's throwing it, but it's like efficient, like concise, and it's like based off of like it's So he'll run out of the pocket and create things that way, where like if coverage breaks down, and he'll just kind of throw it,
Gotcha.
back against the field, stuff like that.
Gotcha.
So I mean, I'm not taking anything away from him, dude. It's crazy.
Yeah.
And they earned that number 1 seed.
Yeah, their defense is really good too. Like they have a good like all around team.
I think they're the Super Bowl favorite right now, man.
Yeah. Who's coming out of NFC?
So the top 2 seeds are Green Bay and the 49ers.
Nice. Okay.
So yeah,
It's
I mean 49ers. I'm not sure how I feel about them.
Yeah, it's kind of weak. Top 2.
I don't know. The 49ers, I kind of feel the same way I do about the Houston Rockets in the NBA, where like I feel like good regular season.
Yeah,
probably not too scared of them in the playoffs.
That team as constructed will not be able to last in the playoffs for sure.
I don't know, man. Yeah, they're like their top receivers, Emmanuel Sanders. Like I'm not sure.
Yeah.
I'm just not sure about that team right now. But I mean, Aaron Rodgers, you can't doubt that guy. I mean, he's been there, he's done that. He's always been. Since he's come in the league, I feel like he's been in that top 5, top 3 conversation.
Yeah, absolutely.
As far as just raw talent,
he's
just a monster.
Yeah, first ballot Hall of Famer for sure.
Yeah, and I mean, we got the Saints and Vikings. They play tomorrow, so the 2 games tomorrow. Oh, we didn't even talk about the other game tonight.
Yeah, no, we didn't.
Yeah, so let's go back to that one. So Buffalo at the Houston Texans.
Buffalo at Texans. Okay.
Yeah, that's I don't know how to feel about this one, because Texans have been really good offensively at times, and then they've been really, really bad at times, and it's all kind of based on whether Will Fuller plays.
Gotcha.
Who's their number 2 receiver?
Yeah, I remember him from previous fantasy years.
Yeah, man.
Is he actually a good receiver?
He's a good receiver. He went off for like 200+ yards this year in one game.
Oh wow.
It seems that when he's in the lineup, they do very well, because I guess defensive backs and stuff.
Who's the Texans quarterback?
Deshaun Watson.
Oh, I'm tripping.
Yeah, he's really good.
Of course. Yeah,
he's great.
Yeah. Okay. So you have Texans over Bills probably.
I have Texans over. Like if you asked me to bet on it, I would bet on the Texans. Okay. But like the Bills have a good defense, and they're a scrappy team. Like they're a team. Like if they win, it's gonna be like a 17-14 game. But more than likely, it's going to probably be Houston like 35-17, something like that. Like, because Houston's they're a run and gun, like they're a slinging team. So if they win, it'll be high scoring.
True. Yeah, I mean, I think Texans probably in that one for sure.
Yeah.
Yes,
sir.
Saints Vikings. What do you think?
I'm taking the Saints.
Yeah, of course.
Because I feel like. I mean, Drew Brees, even at this point at his career, like I feel like he still has a chip on his shoulder.
Yeah,
he's playing like it.
Yeah,
and I think they're a little bit upset that they're playing this week too, because it came down to if the Seahawks. It was something last week where the Seahawks they lost to the 49ers, and it all trickled down to where the Saints had to play this week, and so I think they're a little bit upset too. And then they had that 2 years ago. I don't know if you remember Stephon Diggs' immaculate catch. Mm-hmm. To win it against the Saints in the playoffs. So I think there's a little bit of payback brewing.
Yeah.
Like the Saints have been having a great year.
Get their revenge, like retribution,
dude.
Yeah.
They're waiting. So I think I'm definitely taking the Saints in that one.
Yeah, no, I'm definitely going with Saints in that game. I think is that game tomorrow?
The game's tomorrow.
Okay, yeah. I'm actually trying to catch that game.
It's a 1:00 game.
1:00? Okay. Yeah. I should be able to watch that.
Yeah, man. It should be a good game.
Yeah.
Vikings got a good defense, great running game. So we'll see. We will see. The next one is a little bit interesting too, because Seahawks are playing at Philadelphia, but they have a better record than them, way better team. It's just that because the NFC East is such a terrible division, that the division winner ended up being 9-7, and just kind of limped into the playoffs.
Yeah.
And you got the Seahawks at 11-5, who they had some tough losses, close games. Like they lost the last game of the season to the 49ers, which I mean, top 2 seed. That's a tough game, right?
Yeah.
So I think Seahawks are definitely going to go in and take care of business pretty easily.
Okay. Yeah. It sounds like it would be an interesting game too, right, to watch. Is it also tomorrow?
Yeah, I mean, I'm kind of biased because being a Redskins fan and being in the NFC East, like, I don't think the Eagles are going to be interested. I think the Seahawks are going to punish them.
True. Okay.
But we'll see. Maybe they'll put up a fight.
Hasn't there been some recent like coaching changes in the NFL and stuff too? I feel like people fired.
Oh, well, for the Redskins, yeah. So the Redskins Redskins just fired their GM after it was so long overdue, like 10+ years. Finally fired Bruce Allen.
Oh, Bruce Allen, yeah.
And we brought in Ron Rivera.
Interesting.
From the Panthers.
Yeah, I remember.
Head coach. And then we brought in Jack Del Rio, defensive coordinator.
Yeah, but Dan Snyder's still there, so.
Yeah, but Bruce Allen's not. So, I mean, we'll see, man.
So, what, GM is in charge of, like, player personnel decisions?
Yeah, so we don't have a GM quite yet.
Oh, wait. No. Oh, I thought you were saying Ron Rivera is the GM.
He's our head coach now.
Oh, that's what I was confused. I was like, why would Ron Rivera be coming in as the GM?
He's our head coach.
Interesting.
Jack Del Rio, defensive coordinator, which, he's known for building defenses.
Yeah.
Like, Reggie talked to me about it the other day, and he brought it up how Jack Del Rio was 2001 Ravens linebackers coach,
Oh, he was a linebackers coach?
Yeah, and then he just more recently turned Denver's defense around when they won the Super Bowl. He wasn't on the team when they won the Super Bowl, but he was kind of the one that changed it all around and stuff like that. Yeah. So I'm looking forward to it, man. I'm very optimistic about the potential for the Redskins, especially though like I just said, NFC East is a pretty terrible division.
Yeah, the teams
so it's not, we don't have to climb very far.
The Redskins might actually be good next year.
Might, man.
But I mean, you need players too, though. Still no quarterback, no.
We got Dwayne Haskins, and I was talking to Reggie about this, and I'm thinking that Ron Rivera might be looking at this as a second chance to mentor a young quarterback like he did with Cam.
Who's Dwayne Haskins?
So he's a quarterback from, I want to say, Ohio State.
No, I mean is he is he a rookie? Is he a second year?
He was a rookie. He was a first round pick, 15th pick.
Okay.
And
okay. So
he didn't start the season. We were so bad at fans pressure and all that. They finally just put him in, threw him in the fire.
How do you do?
He didn't have a great season. Okay. People were saying that he doesn't have enough experience because so he only had 15 games in college in his career, and not that many games in high school, I guess. So this guy is pretty green, I guess you could say, in terms of the position.
Yeah.
But I mean, I guess people must have seen enough raw talent that he was projected as a top pick.
True.
So,
but it sounds though still the Redskins are not going to be good. They might be. That doesn't give me confidence. Yes, new coaches, but players are still who make the team good or bad at the end of the day. So
yeah.
And I don't know, but again, with a new GM, with someone picking better players, there's
and we have the second pick.
Oh, second pick
so
in the draft.
We might get Chase Young. If we get Chase Young,
okay, so then there's chance for improvement. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, on paper, Redskins defense should have been pretty decent.
Yeah.
Obviously, that did not pan out at all. We were straight Swiss cheese all season.
Yeah, man. But it's tough when your offense isn't producing.
Yeah,
that's true. I don't want. I'm not really trying to put people on blast or anything. But
I feel you. I mean, it's tough, right? Yeah. Because it's a mental game too, right?
It's a mental game.
Yeah.
It's a mental
I feel
game,
you.
man.
I definitely feel you.
Yeah.
But yeah.
All right, so I think that's about it for today's episode. Again, it's a 2 Steps Forward Sneaker podcast. I didn't do any social links at the beginning, but our social media is at 2 Steps Pod. So we'll be having episode 9 next week. Please get in touch. Just share any thoughts you have on the show, as well as just some things you'd like to see. I think one thing that would be interesting too is just to get some feedback on just different topics and things. So I'll definitely be looking to also try to incorporate just more people from the community and get interviews and stuff. I'm still trying to figure out how to get that setup working with a laptop and multi locations and stuff like that. So, but once I get that up and running, definitely gonna be something to look forward to, getting some interviews out there.
True.
Yeah.
That sounds good.
So anything you want to talk about before we sign out?
Nah, man. I mean, just looking forward to some good games in this playoff.
Oh
weekend.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, I'm definitely gonna try to catch that 1:00 Saints game tomorrow, if I can, and then hopefully we'll get more information and we'll start to pick up sneaker releases a little bit. If not, maybe we'll throw in some more stories, some throwbacks and stuff like that, just some of our experiences in our youth. But yeah,
we haven't even talked about our Vegas trip yet.
Oh yeah, true. Actually, we'll throw us in at the end. Yeah,
I'm sure people will be interested to hear about that.
Yeah, man. Definitely more sneaker related stories and more cops and stuff that we've had in the past.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So, all right. Thank you for joining me, Nick. Again, It's a 2 Steps Forward Sneaker podcast. This is episode 8, and we will be back next week. See ya. Peace.